Going out in about an hour. She's probably tired.
This is a lot of. Well, I mean, we can get it over with, huh? Take a drink. Take a drink. The mean chair keeps pulling my hair. That's okay.
It really is mean.
The mean chair.
Now,
So, I mean, are we good? Are we? Am I hitting this okay?
Now, is there any kind of cutting up or silliness or funny that you want to do that's just loose and carefree and ad lib? Funny stories to tell about here. It could be your grandkids in this house. We haven't even touched on what it was like to raise your kids in this house, coming to visit, and grandkids.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's so much stuff. It's like, how do you think?
She said all those Thanksgivings, so I know that.
Mm-hmm.
But
That was the Joyner family, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I have to.
And see, this was my seat right here. You talk about furniture. This is where I sat. This is where I sat. Daddy would be right there, and this is where I sat watching TV all the time. This is where I'd be, and he'd be right here.
Yeah.
And I'd say, Daddy, who's winning? Who's winning? At the football game, basketball, nobody's winning. It's who's ahead.
Oh, I love that. Well, I remember your dad.
I was just able to get focused, but before we move on, let's let everybody settle.
Everybody settle.
Okay.
Let's give everyone a chance to settle.
Quiet.
And so now tell us what you
Where you'd like to sit. Where was your chair in this room?
This was my place. The TV was right here, and Daddy's chair was right here. And we'd sit right here and watch football and basketball. Really, that's about all I remember watching. Oh, I do remember watching Jocks to Go, or Jocks, how you say his name, y'all?
Cousteau.
Jacques Cousteau, Wild Kingdom. But I'd sit right here, and Daddy'd sit there, and he loved to watch basketball and football. He taught me to be an ACC girl. Don't go against a team when it comes down to the end of it. You're always an ACC girl, and don't ever ask him who's winning, because it's not who's winning, it's who's ahead.
How you doing, Chase?
I am an ACC girl.
Yeah, we are too. Not the pros, college.
I mean, Daddy went to NC State, he went to Clemson, and he went to Virginia Tech.
I didn't know he did a time at Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I think that the military sent him up there.
We're going to do all that again.
You're going to do all that again, Lisa, if you don't mind. That was really good.
Yeah, it's cool seeing.
What, just the whole thing?
So,
Yeah.
where was your chair in this
That's
room?
okay.
Where did you sit in this room, Lisa, or did you have a chair?
One second.
Oh, I moved.
A lot of stuff to think about. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay, stand by.
You should see what I do when I take a picture just with my phone. Everybody move, everybody move. Then don't move, don't move.
Okay.
This is where I would usually sit and watch TV, or this is where I would always sit and watch TV. The TV was right here, and Daddy's chair was right here. Most of the time I remember watching football. Now, we did watch Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom and Jacques Cousteau. But my favorite was watching football or basketball. And I'm impatient, so I always say, Daddy, who's winning? Who's winning? And Daddy'd say, it's not who's winning, it's who ahead. And he always made it very clear to me that when it came down to championships, Final Four, or whatnot, that I was always to be an ACC girl, which made sense because Daddy went to NC State. He also went to Clemson, and he went to Virginia Tech. They didn't call it Virginia Tech then, but he did go to Virginia Tech. I think that had something to do with the military. But he liked NC State, and he liked Wake Forest because he was always about his city. But when it came down to it, we were an ACC family.
That's excellent.
See, and we did it 3 times, and since I kept messing it up, You got a chance to do it perfectly. Right?
Well, that's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
practice makes
Yeah.
perfect.
Came out perfect that time.
Should we have her turn just a pitch to the left? Or you like it for her head? Is it getting too dark on that other side? You know what I mean? Just make her pitch her back a little. Like over here it looks like it is, but
But
over
you
there
want me
it
to
doesn't.
move this way?
That's what I was wanting you to do, just a little bit. Yeah, is that okay, Jace?
Yeah.
Okay. If it's not too much or painful or, because it's your dad, but what were its final months like? Could you talk about that? If you have any memories and some stuff y'all might have shared with each other before, he had to cross on over.
Well, toward the end, when Daddy got real sick and he had ALS, I think Daddy had always been so quiet, and I can remember calling Mama all the time and just making sure, Mama, does Daddy know how much I love him? Does Daddy know how much I love him? Because I loved him so much, and he wasn't the kind of man that would come and really tell you. I know he told us that he loved us, but he didn't share it a lot. He was just real quiet. But I can remember the last time we went out to eat, and we were getting him in the van, and I went up to him and I said, Daddy, I love you so much. And he just squeezed my hand. And I hope Daddy knows how much I love him. I tell him all the time. I probably tell him at least once a week. I talk to him all the time that I love Daddy so much. I love Mama too. I'm the luckiest person in the world. I was adopted. And I there's no parents that could have been any better whatsoever. There's no way. It couldn't happen. I'm just the blessedest person in the world. But I guess I got a little piece on the night that he died. He did get to see the Washington Redskins beat the Dallas Cowboys. And he went to bed, and he passed away that night. So he passed away in his sleep, and that was a good thing. But I'm just the luckiest person in the world, and I still talk to him all the time. I'm going to cry. I got mascara on. It's going to run. It's going to run.
That's all right.
I've been taking care of my dad for the last 5 months.
I mean, I call Mama up still now, and I tell her on the phone, Mama, you've made me the person that I am, all the good anyway. I'm still a butthead. But if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be who I am. And you've made my children who they are. And my son is getting ready to go into Emory to get his PhD in public health. He's been living in the Peru jungle, helping families there learn how to live a better, healthier life, whether it's through clean water or worming sheep or showing them how to make latrines. But it's the spirit of Mom and Daddy that he does this. And Christopher, he only wants to own a backpack full of stuff. That's all he wants is what he can get in a backpack. And I mean, that's for Mom and Daddy. I just am the luckiest person in the world, and I got the best mom and the best daddy ever.
I got nothing.
I got
Amen,
nothing.
sister.
I got nothing.
Amen, sister Cuz.
And I do, buddy. I call Mama and I tell her on the phone, Mama, I love you so much. You have done so much for me. I was a scared, troubled child for a long time, and she never gave up on me.
No.
Counseling. I can remember I was in counseling because I just didn't understand some of the cards that life had given me. Now I realize I got the best hand in the deck. But it just took me getting older to figure this out. But I love my mama, and she's made me everything I am. And Dottie B, you and getting this house.
Do you want to talk about how you feel about Dottie keeping it in the family? Instead of it going to somebody else, if it were to go out?
I'm really excited about Dottie B getting this house.
But you be honest about that too. If you got trepidations, you feel free to share that. But if you're sincere, that's yeah. So go ahead, just do that again. How you feel about Dottie getting this house?
I'm very excited about Dottie getting this house. I really didn't know how to think about this. The house being in somebody else's family living in this house. I mean, how would they know what this house really is? It's so much more than a house. This really isn't a house. It's holding a spirit, and it's holding Dottie B's daddy spirit too, because the Northups' daddy wasn't just a wonderful guy. His whole family was a special family. I mean, his brothers, Willard and Frank, I knew them very well. They were very, very special, humble men. And this house is going to live on, and I'm grateful that Dottie B's got it. I can't put it into words. Grateful doesn't sound right. It's like a life has been saved. A spirit has been saved.
I see something over there on the edge. Is that the chair? Oh, it's the chair. Never mind. I'll light on that. I thought it was a stand.
Just remember we're 4K. I can pop into this.
Okay, yeah,
So
I'm not
we
worried.
can clean it up.
I just thought it was a stand.
Oh boy, you probably got to clean up a bunch of it.
No,
A bunch of it.
No,
I think you're.
Doing great.
This is
Awesome.
very evocative stuff.
Well, when I open my mouth, sometimes I don't know what's going to come out.
Well, I met him and I sing that song all the time, Lamar, but it'll take a different meaning now. That's just a goofy pop song that we wrote, but by gosh.
I just know from what times I've been seeing Lisa that she really struggled within herself when her mother had to go where she is, and the thought.
Yeah, I mean, it's a.
thoughts of this house.
Can I stand up for a minute?
Of course,
Yeah. There's a. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. There's a huge family. This isn't taping now because this is off the record. There's a family feud